Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Kindness Flash with Jason and
Orly. How are you all?
I know me, I am really well. I am really hoping people are going to pop on here in about 3 seconds because
Yeah.
we are going to be closing out the month of endurance. And it was really funny because we were just talking about endurance. And you know what? We can't really just close out endurance. It doesn't just magically go away. However, we are excited that at the end of the show, we're going to also be announcing where we're moving from endurance into something else, which will be hopefully hugely valuable to people. So I think we should, though, talk about a few little things that we have going because with a new month coming, that means there's a new Kindness Flash coming out soon. So do you want to talk about how they can subscribe?
Yeah, so guys, every month we send out the Kindness Flash, and what it is basically focuses on a different theme. As you know, this month's theme is the month of endurance, and the Kindness Flash goes out in the beginning of every month, the first week. So you want to make sure that you sign up now so that you get next week's edition of the Kindness Flash, which is going to be all about gratitude, which I'm really, really excited about. Because generally, whichever theme we choose for the month seems to show up a lot in our lives that month. So the fact that we're going into gratitude makes me psyched. All you need to do to sign up is go to LifeVestInside.com. When you get there, in the top right corner, there is a button that says sign up. Just click it, and once you do that, you'll have the option to sign up for one or two of our newsletters. We have two newsletters that we put out. One is the Kindness Flash, which goes out once a month. The other is the Daily Kind, which goes out every Monday through Friday. Just so you know, the Kindness Flash has in it an act of the month, a quote of the month, a question of the month, a story of the month, a talk, a book, as well as my thoughts on the specific theme. So there's loads of really great information in there, as well as articles and music and so on and so forth. So sign up for it there. As you guys know, or if you don't know, hopefully now you'll get to know, every single Monday you can join me at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on our YouTube channel. It'll also be posted here on our Facebook channel, but on our YouTube channel at LifeVestInside for the weekly Kindness Kickoff with Orly, where I do a reading from my book, Kindness Boomerang, How to Save the World and Yourself through 365 Daily Acts. And then we give you guys a really cool kindness challenge to take part with us in doing. So you could catch that every Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, like I said again, to subscribe to our channels, to Facebook, to YouTube. We'd love to see you there, and it's always great to have you guys along for the ride. Finally, the last announcement before we get right into endurance again, we are going to be closing out very shortly Dance for Kindness group leader registration. For those of you that don't know about Dance for Kindness, it's an amazing, amazing event, a global flash mob uniting people from around the world under the banner of kindness, showing that regardless of our differences, kindness is the common thread that unites us all. And for that day, people, group leaders, which are volunteers, just like you and I, come together organizing these amazing flash mobs that happen around the world. And it's really a stepping stone for people to get further involved in giving back into their own community and understanding the power that they have to make a difference. So we want you to become a group leader. Dance registrations are going to open up mid-September. That means if there's a location in your city, you can sign up to participate in your city's location. But if you want to actually lead a location, that's where you'll have to come on board to sign up as a group leader. All you need to do is apply on our website. It's danceforkindness.com. You get to hear from other group leaders. You get to read more information about what it means. And you can sign up as well, and we'll walk you through the entire process. It is so, so much fun, and we'd love to have you guys join us. So that's danceforkindness.com.
Yeah, people need to do it. I mean, again, if they don't want to be a group leader, that's fine. But just to be part of something. Now, Orly, you don't know this, and I'm going to throw this one out there. Totally cool connection. So I'm a PE teacher, and I have a new teaching partner this year, and she came from Alaska. And so I was talking to her, and I realized, I go, where are you from? And she goes, I'm from Homer, Alaska. And I go, you're from, why do I know Homer? And then I went, you're in our montage. You do Dance for Kindness. You do it on a soccer field, right? She's like, yeah. I go, is it a big district? She's like, no, we've got 3 stoplights, but we do Dance for Kindness.
We do it.
And now her and I are working in the same gym together. And so we're going to connect and kind of do some crazy things. I'm hosting one. I'm hoping to have 400 of my own students in my school do it. I'm hoping to have 1,000 people downtown Vancouver doing this. Am I crazy a little bit for doing 2? Absolutely. But you know what? Knowing the process we have set up in terms for group leaders and how it's laid out step by step by step, it isn't some crazy unmanageable task. It really builds leadership capacity in people. It helps them connect with their communities in a better way. So I encourage you, if you even have a glimmer of saying, Well, I'd love to. You can do it. You can do it.
I'm psyched to be leading mine this year. It's going to be in Jerusalem. We're doing it right outside of the old city at Jaffa Gate, where we're having like converging of like all the different religions that are going to be there. I mean, I'm really excited about that because it's going to be by the old city to begin with. But we're looking to have approximately 2,000 people that are going to be dancing at our event. And we
I mean, mine's going to have 2,001 people, Orly. I'm sorry. Did I forget?
2002.
Three. Okay, we can't go there. Okay, sorry.
Definitely guys, check it out. It's really, really exciting. So those are announcements. We're going to head right into discussing for our final week, the month of endurance. Jason, I know you were sharing some thoughts that you were having. I'd love for you to share them with everybody here. And go for it.
Yeah. Well, the one I've been dealing with lately, because personally, like Orly was saying, we both find that we embody our monthly themes. That's a great way to put it.
Crazy.
And we plan these out months ahead, kind of going, okay, let's do. And when it shows up, we're like, oh man, we got a show coming up. What's our theme? We're doing endurance. Like, I need that. So really, this is Orly and Jason's therapy session, and I'm glad you guys can eavesdrop in because it helps. But the reality is, truly, I've been dealing with some things that just endurance is a thread that it goes so deep into it, because we talked about endurance is pushing through something, because through that pain you can gain so much. There's a quote I'm just going to start with because I don't know where else I'm going to plug this thing in. I'm going to pop it up on our screen, and simply enough, this quote says, gotta move this thing out of the way. There it goes. It says, suffering produces endurance. Endurance produces character, and character produces hope.
Wow.
And I've really been thinking about this quote. It's literally been on my desktop for about a week. And the suffering produces endurance. I totally understand. I think we all do. What's that?
It pushes us when we're in that place of hardship, when we're in that place of suffering, it pushes us to endure. Well, we have actually a choice. I mean, like everything is a choice. We could either choose to endure or we can give up. But that we have that instinct, that human instinct within ourselves that wants us to actually, persevere. We want to be able to make it to the finish line.
Right. And so you look at that second line there, and it just says endurance produces character. Because that's that question, that switch of, do I quit? And I always say quitting's forever. Or do I continue to build things in me to manage the suffering that I'm enduring through? So I started reading this quote backwards, and if I want to have quality character pieces in my life, if I want to be a man of integrity, if I want to be all of those components, I also have to have hope. I have to be able to envision myself as that man and push myself forward to do habits, to endure through stuff, because suffering is inevitable. And so it doesn't mean it's easy. However, you just got to know where you want to go. And if you don't, you're just a ship adrift at sea, hoping for something. But that's not a life I think a lot of us would want to lead, hoping we run into something powerful.
Listen, building character is never easy, but that's what we're here for in this world. And I speak about that often, that we're actually here in this world in order to develop our character even more so, and tap into and really question who we are. Actually, because a person can put on a show for everyone on the outside, but only we actually understand who we are on the inside. And so it's always about building and developing character, because the stronger our character becomes, it makes sense that the more hope that we have, because we have a solid foundation. That's what character does. It develops foundation. And when you have a solid foundation that's really dug deep into the ground, then even the strongest wind, even the greatest suffering won't be able to move you. You won't be able to be easily pushed aside or to fall easily, because you're rooted. And I think that's really what it's all about. Character, hope, these things root you into the ground and help you to endure when times are tough.
And I thought that too. I just kind of wrote myself a couple notes here, and this was just like literally a brainstorm going about endurance. And I just put, how does one endure when they always feel like And I put the statements of, so many times this last 2 weeks for me, I felt like I'm cutting across the grain. I felt like I'm swimming against the current. I felt like I'm defying gravity, like I think I can fly, but I know that it's pulling me straight down. And it's like I'm trying to take a breath underwater. And it's not the type of person I aspire to be. And I'm also one who typically tends to deal with my own issues, saying, I can endure through it. I'm strong. And I've been on here before. I remember like week 1 or 2 of this, one of my people that I go to is you, Orly. And I haven't gone to you.
That's true.
Very publicly right here saying I haven't gone to her.
Oh,
and she calls me out on things. And I'm only saying it here because I know I need to do that. There are certain people in my life, my wife, Orly, and a few other folks that are people that I'm supposed to go to because we're not supposed to endure things by ourselves.
I love that, Jason. You know why?
I know, because you're going to hold it against me is what's going to happen.
I sent Jason a voice message. Did you get my voice message, Jason?
Did I reply to it? No. Did I get it? Yes.
I said to Jason, I said, you be like this, Jason. I'm going to have to get onto a plane, fly all the way from Jerusalem, and smack you upside your head.
Or maybe I didn't reply because I was like, okay, fly to Vancouver. I will gladly accept.
No, I think that what you're saying is really important. That so oftentimes we think that we have to be larger than life. We have to be this strongest force, and we have to endure alone, and that's not true. We're not meant to be superheroes. I mean, we're supposed to call on each other, right? Yeah. So much of what the organization is about, the concept of LifeVestInside, kindness keeps the world afloat. It's that we all keep each other afloat in a world that sometimes seems to be chaotic, seems to be pulling us downward. We have to keep each other afloat. The kindness that we bestow on others and the kindness that others bestow on us help us to keep each other afloat. So in order to endure, you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable, which means you have to allow yourself to realize that you're not a Superman. You have to be able to accept other people's kindness to lift you up when you don't feel like you have the strength to continue to go on. So endurance isn't about doing it alone. It's about being strong enough to know that there are people that you can count on to help you get through that are not going to look down upon you just because you ask them for help. They're not going to suddenly say, oh, this person is so weak. Enduring is, you have to be able to know who to tap into and who to help lift you up, because no one can do it all alone.
Right.
And whether endurance means, going to that person that you need to go to, or being able to share your feelings, or we all need something to help us endure. Here, right next to me, right here. I need this to help me endure. This is some water. You know why? Because I suffer from very severe migraines. I just told Jason just on Monday night. Where was I, Jason, on Monday night?
You were in the hospital.
I was in the hospital on Monday night. Like, it's ridiculous, but this has already been the 4th time in the hospital in this past several months because of these severe migraines. Because I refuse to be drinking more of this.
She doesn't hydrate well. She doesn't.
I'm too excited by all the kindness. No, but it's really important. Why am I mentioning that? Because again, you can't endure alone. You need to take care of you in order to be able to endure, in order to be able to get to where you need to get to. I know I need that message. Very often we all need that message. Sometimes we try and do things all on our own. We think that we're invincible. Wow, we could keep going, but if we don't take care of the engine, then it's going to just stop working on us. So with that,
I know, and I just put on the screen right now another picture, because a lot of times when we think endurance, this is the picture where we typically are, and I wish you could see it, but It's this gentleman in a suit with an umbrella standing in the middle of an empty ocean. And you know what? I look at that and I think of a lot of people say, I can endure this, I can get through this, when if you really look at the picture, it's really a picture of despair. And I don't want people to confuse endurance and me doing something on my own with a thought of despair. I also had another picture here, and this is a close to my heart one. This little kiddo here who's doing push-ups and sweating and working, and he's doing it all on his own. But outside the picture, on his own right there, he is in despair. He's just pushing through because he's pushing through. But I like to think that there is a cheer squad all around him outside that picture frame that is helping him to endure, because we can't do it on our own. And
I think what we need to do is to find that who is our cheer squad and to surround ourselves by those people. I love how you said that. Because I could tell you, I was in the thoughts section of this past month, I was talking about my own personal journey that I'm doing my endurance exercise, going for 40 days, every single day to the Western Wall. That was like my endurance exercise. And I'm right now on day 34. Today was day 34 of 40. I'm ending next Tuesday, which is really exciting because I'm having a gratitude party in the beginning of Gratitude Month. But, the fact that I totally lost my train of thought right now, just a second, because I started talking about gratitude and getting all excited about
your cheer squad.
I still have my cheer squad. Yeah. Throughout this entire process, I've been building up a cheer squad that has become so huge, of hundreds of people, like strong. Okay, I have a cheer squad that has been cheering me along this entire way, and it's made my journey and the experience so much more powerful. And it's sort of made endurance just very natural and just like, wow, of course I can do this. I'm going to do this. And even on those days where I might be exhausted or something came up, or I have my cheer squad that is behind me and giving me the strength to continue to go. So I think it's about all of us trying to identify who our cheer squad is. There are people in our lives that are like that, and surrounding ourselves by those kind of people, because those are the people that help us get through.
And also I want to say this, because there's people in my world that have touched my life beyond belief. And they're people as of even this last month of endurance. And what I realize is, even though I'm looking for people to be on my team, my cheer team, I'm supposed to be a member of somebody else's cheer team.
Yes.
And this person, I'm not going to use names, but I pray they're watching, to be honest with you. They haven't reached out to me in a few weeks. And they are an extremely important part of my life. And I know that I'm supposed to be in their corner helping them. I just know it. And I sent a picture in a text message yesterday. And all it said was, friendship is worth fighting for. And I want this person to know that they can't disappear off my radar. I will endure on my end as their cheer squad, just as much as I need them to endure in the stuff that they're going through. And friendship is worth fighting for. And when you find those people, whether you're on either side of being the endurer or you are there to cheer that person on, we both need to work off of each other, because it's all those threads of the rope that hold it tight and make it so it's unbreakable. And that's what I want for that person. So if you're watching, I'm saying this from Jason Hattrick to you. You need to answer my emails. You need to answer my text messages, because there are people out there that want to celebrate and help people along the way.
I love that, Jason. So I think the biggest message that we all could take from this is to surround yourself by a cheer squad, and also choose someone who you're going to be cheering for along the way as they continue to endure. And what a great way for us to move from endurance into gratitude, because after that endurance, we made it to that finish line, we crossed it. We now have the opportunity to rejoice and to celebrate in all of the hard work that we put in, the perseverance, the sweating, the tears, the pain, to now have that gratitude that we made it, and we're ready to receive with open arms. Because generally, going through that suffering, going through that endurance, prepares us to be that vessel to receive the amount of gratitude that is going to come into our lives. And I'm excited as we're moving into the month of gratitude, because I know that there's going to be loads of abundance that are going to flow into all of our lives. Yeah. So with that, guys, we're going to tie up our month of endurance, and we hope that you join us on our month of gratitude. This is going to be an exciting month. Don't forget to sign up for the Kindness Flash, so that you receive the Kindness Flash for the month of gratitude next week. LifeVestInside.com is where you do that at the sign up button in the top right corner. And of course, don't forget, you could join me Mondays at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Check us out on our YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button. You're going to see loads of videos that we're going to be uploading over the next several weeks. We upload a video as well every single Friday, and you'll have a chance to see that there. Don't forget about Dance for Kindness if you're interested in being a group leader. But more than anything, don't forget that we are here to be your cheer squad as well. If you need anything, you can reach out to us.
I want people to think about, as they endure too, Orly, I want them to think, count your silver linings. Take that away with you today, because we all have successes and they may not be the whole goal, but count your silver linings this week.
Yeah, I love that, Jason. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And as we always say, don't forget that it's kindness that keeps the world afloat. We love you all. Bye. Mwah.